I'm God. For me, was 100% that my future profession, it will be something creative. Polina now only one person in her family, of course, New York Film Academy. It will be waste of money. That's not for me. It was a really serious girl. Creative profession is too creative for me. You will not so popular as Zaha Hadid. And that's the truth. This is the third one today. Not from the whole week. No, today. So guys, hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I've decided that I don't have video or content on my social media platforms where I will introduce myself. That's why today I want to make something like a podcast. It will be slow, simple. You can just turn it as a podcast without some video. So babe, my name is Polina and I'm studying architecture already third year. Oh my god, I'm shocked. I'm just, each time when I'm thinking how long I'm already living in Poland, studying architecture, living alone my adult life, I'm really shocked. As you can understand from my previous dialogue, yes, I'm living alone and I moved abroad from Belarus 2.5 years ago. During this time, I'm living alone. Firstly, I would like to discuss something what was before architecture and how I ended up where I am now. Because I think might be quite strange story, because my first idea who I want to become when I grow up was something connected with filmmaking, maybe some producer or something. But now I'm here, I'm studying architecture, and yes, something went wrong, yes. But how it was from the beginning. Somewhere in 9th grade, because Belarusian system of education we have only 11 grades in school, I started to thinking about who I want to be. Now I understand that myself, but previously it was something about some profession or something. She was a really serious girl. And during this period of my life, in social media was popular to become film director. I decided that it might be interesting for me because I was really creative person. So for me was 100% that my future profession, it will be something creative. But not my heart wanted to have it, but it was just some global trend in social media, and I've decided that it's also suitable for me. One key point for me, it was important to head this profession in New York. Of course, New York Film Academy. I still remember this name of university. I don't know what was in my mind because it cost a lot of. We don't say about cost to live in New York. We just saying about cost of this university. I had two problems. One like small and uncountable, and one huge. Small one was that for become a student of such universities, you need to have some creative work. You need to shoot your movie or write text to shoot a movie. That was first point, and I decided that I can shoot my own movie. And I started to write some text which will about my movie will be. But second problem was problem with my English. I'm not saying that now my English is perfect, but previously it was much more worse. During my 10th grade, my parents and I understood that for studying abroad, she needs to know English. I need to mention that till end of my school left 2 years. I came to the school when I was learning my English next 2 years. I did some mock test, and after this test, teacher said me that my English is A1, A2, something about this level. So it's not the level with which you can study or even pass exams. Yes. And now I think that only one reason why I'm here now Okay, I have two reasons why I'm here now, but one of the first reason is because that we was back to home after this consultation about my English level. We was going by car with my parents, and my mom said that something like that she don't see some reason, I don't know, to go to these courses because I will be skipping them, but these courses cost a lot, so it will be waste of money. Something like this. This was the idea of this dialogue. I was so angry on her that she said this. And I say that no, I will not skip these classes. And actually it was like this. I've skipped only 2 classes. One was because I was going to the Georgia to pass an exam. Second one it was my birthday. It was my 17 years birthday, I think so. During my birthday, I was drink a lot, to be truth. Actually, a year and a half for me was enough to go from A1 to B2 level. So let's get back to choosing my profession. After maybe a year of thinking that I will be film director, I understood that no, that's hard, that's not for me. I need to have a lot of inspiration for doing this job, because each time when I was starting to write a text for my new movie, I was falling in some, not depression, but I was understanding that this is bullshit. Like, you're writing something, you're back to few stages before, and you understand that this is already something old, something not suitable, something not such creative as you want. I understand that no, this creative profession is too creative for me. This is somehow broke me inside, or I don't know what happened. I decided that okay, this all creative sphere is not for me, and I've decided that I will choose profession business management. I still don't know what about this profession. When I say this to my mom, after some days she started pushing me into some creative sphere, because actually my mom was understanding that business management is not something for me. She was offering me more, not architecture, but interior architecture, like interior design or something in this sphere. Here there is second side of my identity, and I don't want to do something small. I mean, interior design, it's not so global. You will not so popular as Zaha Hadid. So, you know, that's not something so egoistic and narcissistic. Okay, yes. And also during some of this dialogue with my mom, I was hearing something about architecture, and I was already thinking, yeah, it might be interesting for me and I would like it, but it's really hard and I'm too stupid to this. Actually, okay, this is my real thought, which was in my mind in my 10th grade, so I don't think that this is something what shamed me. So I think I've spent 3 months to understand that I want to go to study architecture. And here also same thing, creative profession, you need to have some portfolio. And here was the problem, because before this year I never have some drawing classes. So it was something in my, I don't know, 5-6 years. It was not something professional, as you can understand. And I had only 1 year. During September, I came to the art school and I've started doing my drawing classes. I don't know how to draw a cube, actually, how to work this perspective, you know, but this is simple things and I didn't know this. I was going to these classes, I was doing something, drawing something, actually I don't remember, I was doing something basic, things to just understand how to drawing works. I was going there maybe 2 or 3 months. After I'm starting to prepare to my school exams, to English exam, and etc., I've started to like on going to the drawing classes. And my cold shower happened in 10th of June. It was time that I had only 1 month to prepare to the passing my documents to the university. Problem was sound that I didn't have something to put in my portfolio, especially with the point that usually university gives the list of works which you need to have in your portfolio. 10th of July, I was in some situation where I was on my mathematics exam from school. Happened the situation that some woman from like administration of this exam say to get out from exam. and you get, I don't know how much points, because I didn't came to the some government office to take my paper with my mark. No, I think it's 0. And I was need to give her understanding that I'm not a bullshit, I'm perfect, I'm God. So I decided that I need to get this chance, submit my documents, draw portfolio, and starting to study in architecture in university. Yeah, problem was that I didn't have enough time, so I was just sleeping with drawing, eating with drawing, living with drawing. I've spent approximately each day in drawing studio, but I'm here and this is key point. Also, this situation is still living in my heart, because I'm still sometimes back to this situation. I'm still thinking that I'm not a suitable person for this place, because many people who I know, they were spending a lot of years in some drawing classes, drawing studios, or some art studios. So they had a lot of drawing experience. For me, it's few months. And sometimes I might fall in this thinking that I don't deserve to be here. I'm not thinking about this because I'm not a worse student in my group. That's why these thoughts left in from my head. I believe that soon it will left completely. Now I'm asked ChatGPT to give me some ideas, some questions which I can discuss here. I didn't read it yet, but maybe I will find some interesting one and we will discuss it. Which 3 words describe my character the best? My favorite one is the beach. This is suitable. I'm not sure about this word. I will explain why. But all people say that I'm really disciplined, and many people are describe me as that girl. Why I don't think that I'm disciplined? No, I'm disciplined. I have system of my day. I always write my goals. I always write my plans for a day, and etc. etc. I am living with timetable, but I'm not thinking that I'm disciplined person because it's still not perfect system. So I saw some points in which I can grow more. I have two words: creativity and anxiety. I think that creativity here is the more suitable. I think all creative people, they have some anxiety. Which part of your character is the most strength? I think that best part of me is that I never glad with my achievements, with myself. Maybe it's wrong, but for me, that's always chance to grow in all spheres in my life. I think this will be interesting. In which moment of my life I understood that I'm adult. I'm still not thinking that I'm adult, because I think that adult person, they more, I don't know, responsible, they more strength way can took this life in their hand. But sometimes something happened in my life. I'm lying on my bed crying and wanting to someone came, help me, and just, I don't know, decide my problems. But I understand that I'm already living alone, I'm already adult, and nobody will come to like help me. I need to decide my problems only by myself. And I think that key moment was where I came to the Poland and my family came with me to help me to move all my stuff here and just travel a little bit. When we was saying goodbye to each other, my brother said me that, not me, just say that, Paulina, now only one person in her family, and that's the truth. During that time it was sound pity for me, but now not. It's harsh truth. I didn't think that my family will not help me. No, that's lie. I'm not saying that I'm alone in this world. My family, for me now, it's me. Somewhere in my future it will be my child or my children, my husband, maybe. I'm not sure that some man will have a possibility to live with me. It's really hard. I can't live with myself. Why for me discipline is more important than motivation? Because discipline is for all your life. Motivation it's only for a few days, maybe weeks, if you're really motivated. How I relate it to the page it to yourself. Actually, I'm trying to not have such feelings inside. Yeah, I can cry on my bed and wanted to having somebody who will appear in my life like this and will fix all my problems, but no. I always think that if something happened in your life, it's all things with which you can cope. So yesterday I had horrible day. I was thinking that I will never cope with this situation one more time in my life. I back to this thought. I've said to myself that no, I don't know how many times it will take, but you will cope with this, because if you will not able to cope with this problem, you will not get this problem. What I'm doing when I don't want to do anything, I'm just lying on my bed and procrastinating. There is one more tip. I'm trying to divide my goal into some small ones. So if I need to make some changes in my project, I write changes for each line. This line I need to move 5 centimeters left, this 10 centimeters right, and etc, etc. And during this fact I have a lot of tasks and I can put many pluses, and for my mind this is some working system. What is sport for me, body or character? Not both of them, because for me sport is my mind. Sometimes I'm really anxiety person, and when I come to the gym and I take these weights, that's why usually I forget about all my problems. And this is, I don't know, this is the most working mental cleaning for me. Where is border between ambitions and burnout? I think that ambitious, it's something clear, strong, structural, systematic. If you have some ambitions, this is equal to you have some plan. Burnouts becomes when you don't have any plans. As a creative person, I can say that I'm not always have a plan, but always when I don't have a plan, I have burnouts. Which habits change your life? 3, most important: planning, sport, nutrition. To what I'm get ready myself now. Okay, I don't see my future in Poland. It's 100%. For me, it's a little bit hard to leave the idea that in 1.5 years I will need to change country, because like Poland for me it's already something simple. It's easy for me live here as living in Belarus. I will need to once again change my life and doing it from scratch again. Which person I want to become? I have one word which for me means not one word. This word is successful, but for me successful means not only rich, but also happy, funny, interesting, be smart, person who travel a lot, who saw a lot, who knew a lot. Last question. I was thinking that I will never answer to this question. I think that now I have an idea how to answer to this question. Questions sound like this: why you need to follow me? I want to say that because I'm different, and previously for me that was a problem, but now I think that this is my God bless. I'm different. I'm like architecture, I like interior design, I like sport, I like showing some recipes and my nutrition plan. I like to wear some clothes and show my outfits. I like to show in my project. I like to show in some tips to architecture. I like to watching some news about interior design. I like some gossip about architects. I'm just like gossips. I like some movies. I like to just sharing my thoughts with you. And also I like to post my naked photo in Instagram. I'm different, and I think you can find some part of yourself in my social media platforms, in my content, in my identity. I think you can subscribe to me, that's why, or just because I'm sexy, successful and not rich now, but I will be. Yeah, so subscribe. Also, I have Instagram, TikTok, you can also subscribe them. And I think that this is it for today, and see you in the next video. Bye!